a third of the season in the book. Both Shonan Bellmare and Consadole Sapporo's terms haven't quite gone as planned. So if they have any ambition to turn their campaigns around, you sense a consistent run of wins must come sooner rather than later. We're in Hiratsuka this afternoon and the Lemon Gas Stadium for a fascinating clash between two teams still to find the right formula to make the most of their 2023 terms. For Satoshi Yamaguchi's team, there is a growing feeling of urgency following a run of results that sees them sit above the bottom three only on goal difference. Just 2 wins from their 11 J-League fixtures so far this year means today's hosts are looking nervously over their shoulder. Having been a yo-yo team for much of the previous decade, Shonan have established themselves as a top-flight club in the last 5 years, but having got off to a terrible start last term, they only maintained their J-League status thanks to a brilliant run late on in 2022 when they lost only 1 of their last 7 games and collected 3 wins in their final 4 fixtures to stay up. They will not want another scrap such as that this time around when the season draws to its conclusion, but they could find themselves in the bottom 3 after this weekend is completed if results do not go their way. Mihailo Petrovic's team finished mid-table last year, but with such an experienced coach at the helm, Consadole Sapporo will have been hoping to challenge for top honours. A frustrating start to their season saw Consa draw 3 of their first 4 games in all competitions. However, their current run of 3 wins in their last 5 fixtures has got them moving in the right direction. Second in their League Cup group, they've also started to climb the J-League standings, having slipped to 15th at the start of last month. Shonan Bellmare lost their last fixture 2-1 at home to Kashiwa Reysol despite dominating the game. 58% possession and 10 attempts on goal to their opponent's 6, failing to translate into a win in a game they bested Kashiwa in many metrics bar the one that really mattered. And it was a similar story in their loss to league leaders Vissel Kobe the previous match week, when again, despite having most of the ball, they could not convert their chances. Maybe we will see some regression to the mean this afternoon. Consa recorded their most impressive run of the season last time out, a thoroughly deserved 5-1 success over FC Tokyo, an expected goal figure of 3.61, the highest that they have managed in the league for almost 4 years. A breathless display of attacking football, rewarded with some wonderful goals and their biggest win of the year. But scoring has not been the issue for Consa. Their current tally of 25 is bettered only by table toppers Vissel Kobe. He's keeping the door closed at the back. That's been the problem. Today's visitors haven't registered a clean sheet for 11 matches in all competitions, a run that stretches back to a 2-0 home win over Yokohama F. Marinos back on the 12th of March. Well, Consa did the league double over Shonan Bellmare in 2022, claiming a 1-0 success at home before running out 5-1 winners here last August. 3-0 up at half-time. There was no way back for Shonan after Consa flew out of the blocks. Today's visitors are, in fact, unbeaten in 7 against their hosts this afternoon. 4 wins and 3 draws in that sequence, with the last Shonan victory coming here way back in February of 2019. They will be desperate to turn that form around and get themselves moving above the relegation zone and into mid-table security. It'll be fascinating to see how they go about their business today. Let's check out the teams for you. Shonan Bellmare still without half a dozen first-teamers, including former Norwegian international Tariq El-Yunusi. 1 change to the side that lost 2-1 at home to Kashiwa Reysol. Kokitachi is recalled in the back 3, with Takuya Okamoto missing out. It's an ambitious 3-1-4-2 formation for the home side, with Hiroyuki Abe and Shuto Machino as the front pair. Plenty of attacking talent for Shonan Bellmare. Can they make it pay? Like in previous fixtures. Our referee is Takafumi Mikariya. He took charge of Shonan Bellmare's 3-0 home success over Shimizu S-Pulse in the League Cup early last month. Consa Sapporo have never won a game when the 39-year-old has been the man in the middle. Hajime Matsuo is on VAR duty today. Well, not surprisingly, Consa stick with the same side that defeated FC Tokyo 5-1 last time out. Both Daiki Suga and Takuro Kaneko netted twice in that game. Both ostensibly play as wing-backs, but expect them to play as high up the pitch as possible. Yuya Asano is Consa's top goal scorer with 6 this term. He will play off-target man Tsuyoshi Ogashiwa. Well, the J-League celebrates its 30th season this year. It all began in May 1993, and throughout this month, top-flight football takes centre stage across the nation. Icons such as Gary Lineker and Zico first starred in this division, and now a thriving football culture endures with some of the best emerging talent from the continent. And the match ball, incidentally, is the Kotohogi 30. Designed especially for the J-League anniversary, and it will be used for top-flight games over the course of the next month. We're in Hiratsuka this afternoon in the Lemon Gas Stadium, match week 13 in the J-League 2023, as the month-long celebrations of the 30th anniversary of the Japanese top division continue. Get set for Shonan Bellmare versus Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo. Well, we're underway. Difficult to call a favourite in this one. Shonan Bellmare, for many, have been unlucky in their last 2 fixtures. Can they get it right here? They've had more of the ball, more of the attempts on target, many of the metrics in their favour in their last 2 games, but defeats at the hands of Kashiwa Reysol and Vissel Kobe means they haven't picked up a solitary point over their last 2 fixtures, and in fact, they haven't picked up any wins in their last 6 in all competitions. Their last victory against Shimizu in the League Cup back on the 5th of April. As for Consadole Sapporo, perhaps they are beginning to hit their best form. Terrific win last time out over FC Tokyo, a 5-1 success, their biggest of the season so far. Can they claim yet another win over Shonan Bellmare here? They certainly have had some really good form against the side that they faced today over the course of the last few years. Unbeaten in 7, and of course they did win here last season by 5-1. They were 3-0 up at half-time then, incidentally, and 2-0 up inside the opening 14 minutes, and they look to start brightly here. Low trajectory as the cross comes in. Akuno will clear away, and then it's nodded back towards the danger area. Eventually the referee might have to intervene here as Miyazawa goes down. Confidence must have taken a little bit of a knocking. Satoshi Yamaguchi's got to try and lift these players. They were unlucky in their last 2 fixtures, but it means that they've only won 2 of their 11 games in the J-League so far this season. 5 defeats, 5 draws as well. They managed to score in 7 of their last 8, but it hasn't been enough to turn those performances into wins, and they're under pressure immediately here. This is Fukamori for Consa to curl this one in. Highest line, a couple of yards outside of the penalty area for Shonan Bellmare. Soggy conditions for the supporters as well as the players. The rain has been teeming down for the past hour or so. In swinger here, good-looking ball as well, but well, none of the 2 Consa Sapporo players could get anything meaningful on that, if anything at all. Let's take another look at the ball that was swung in by Fukamori. Fukamori throwing himself at that, but not, well, getting something on it, but not enough. Scored in the 4-3 home loss at the hands of Kawasaki Frontale last month. Just the 1 goal last season. It's not really why he's in the team. Never been on the losing side, incidentally, against Shonan Bellmare. 2 wins and 1 draw in his 3 previous starts against the team that he faces today. It is Sugeno. Interesting that he gets the nod at the moment with Gusun-Young on the bench, the Korean international. Sugeno, just a 5th appearance of the season. But his save percentage of 81.3, one of the highest in the division. Looking to add to his solitary clean sheet so far. Might have a bit of work to do here, and he's come outside of his 6-yard box. Will be cleared away. Good running from Machino. 6 goals so far this season. He is the top goal scorer for Shonan. Netted against Nagoya in the 2-2 away draw and also 4 in an incredible game against Gamba Osaka last month. A 4-1 home success in which he scored every single goal for Shonan Bellmare, Japanese international who was in the World Cup squad but didn't make any appearances in Qatar late last year. 3 goals in just 5 appearances. His last appearance coming in the recent round of friendlies in March. 2-1 home defeat at the hands of Colombia. Here is Sugeno. And now forward by Miyazawa. That was a late challenge from Hiraoka. Spins all the way through to Song Bung-kun, who was signed from Chongbuk Motors, the Korean powerhouse club that seemed to do well every single year in the K-League. The player that was in a World Cup squad but didn't get a game, this time for the Korean national side. Back in Qatar late last year. He's done well so far in a side that's really struggled, and you always feel that they don't give the keeper that much protection. We'll see how that formation that we referenced ahead of kickoff works out for the boys in green here. That's handball. Hiraoka, who's just 20, scored in the 1-1 away draw back in November 21 between Shonan and Consa. It's his first ever professional goal. He's only added 2 to his tally since. Didn't really play too often last season, but beginning to establish himself this term. He has featured in every single game. Here is Asano. On that right-hand side, always willing to get to the byline. It's a dangerous-looking ball in! Finished expertly by Komai. Well, 6 minutes on the clock, and Consadole Sapporo have the advantage. They are so dangerous down the flanks. Kaneko and Suga, right and left respectively, always look to get forward. This time over on that right-hand side, he beats his man. Look how many in black and red inside the penalty area, and a number of left there. Defensive duty of Yoshihika Komai comes in to net his first goal of the season. Well, from close in, he couldn't really miss, but he got himself in a really good position to take the opportunity, and things are going from bad to worse for Shonan Bellmare. Well, Consadole Sapporo had that wonderful game against FC Tokyo when every single thing they did seemed to turn to goals, and they've picked up where they left off last week with an early strike here. Well, they've now scored in 12 of the last 13 in all competitions, and they've scored 2 or more in 9 of their last 12. They are prolific, and they are the joint top goal scorers now in the J-League with Vissel Kobe. Vissel Kobe, of course, have still to play this weekend as Mihailo Petrovic looks on. He will know that he's got a talented squad here, and if they can find the consistency that perhaps they are beginning to show, could we see them rise up the league and potentially build a title challenge? They are 10 points off Vissel Kobe, but this is only match week 13. Stranger things have happened. They can score, that's for sure. Can they keep a rare clean sheet? Just the 2 all told this season in the J-League, 1 home, 1 away. But as we referenced previously, they haven't kept any in their last 11. Their last coming in mid-March against Yokohama F. Marinos. Here's the goal scorer Komai towards Daiki Suga, who scored 2 last week, and he's going to go himself here. It's a good enough block from Oiwa. You can see that the defender is trying to rally the troops around him. He's an experienced player. defence of Vegalta Sendai. Opportunity from the corner. 2 goals scored from corners this season from Consadole Sapporo. 4 headed goals as well, incidentally. Only 4 teams have managed more in the J-League. Opportunity here, potentially, as Fukamori gets ready to curl this one in. Outswinger, up goes the signal. Bit of movement inside the penalty area. It's going to dip towards that far post. Good defensive header to the edge of the area, and that's the chance that comes with a high tariff from Komai. Well, he's just scored 1 from close in. He fancies his chances from outside the box. That one nowhere near the target. The flag was up anyway. The whistle had gone, and a free kick here for Shonan. 15th at the start of the day. Just those 2 wins, as we mentioned, for the home side. Only 3 wins across the 2 competitions so far this season. The last league win coming against Gamba Osaka. Their other league success on match day 1 against Sagan Tosu, a 5-1 away success when they posted that victory back in February. There was real hopes that this could be a productive season. Oh dear. Satoshi Yamaguchi, it's not going to plan, is it, at all? Title winner as a player with Gamba Osaka back in 2005. He also won the Emperor's Cup rather in 2008 and 2009. Had a fantastic career, Japanese international. Won the Asian Champions League as well back in 2008. Coached Shonan since September of 21. But this season feels like it's going to be a long one. Feels like it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Time to go in this fixture. You never know, things could turn around. Cleared away by Suga. Good play from Asano, just lets the ball come across him. Looking to try and take on Sugioka. Still Asano. Arano. Miyazawa. Flick forward again, nice idea, just got a bit too much on that. Seeing a new Consa Sapporo, because the seasonal stats will tell you that just because they've scored the first goal will not necessarily translate into success. It's the 8th time that they've scored the first goal in the J-League so far this season. They have only won 3 of the previous 7, 3 draws and 1 defeat. Their last defeat when leading coming against Yokohama F. Marinos back in March 2-1 away. Reversed back in April, I should say. So not the most consistent. Maybe signs, certainly over the last few match days, that they are beginning to find their stride. Shonan's last come from behind success against Kawasaki Frontale back in September of last year. 1-0 down at home to Kawasaki Frontale before turning it around. They haven't managed to do it so far this season. It's the 8th time that they've fallen behind in the J-League. 4 draws, though, so they have shown a bit of resilience on the odd occasion. You can massage the stats and the numbers any way you want. The bottom line is that Consa lead by a goal to 0. It's been another fast start for them against Shonan. Suga. Miyazawa. That's late. It's a free kick. Miyazawa goes down. So important to the team as well, Hiroki Miyazawa. Made his debut back in 2008, part of the title-winning side in the 2nd tier back in 2016. It's league appearance 463 for the team. This is the 18th time that he's taking on Shonan, incidentally, in his career. He's managed to score a couple of goals, including in that 5-1 away win here last August. Where Sugeno's taken up his position. Talk about sweeper keeper. It's dangerous. Flag Maki's up. Well, you can see that Yuya Asano is complaining there. It seemed unlikely that he was going to be the wrong side of the Shonan Bellmare rear guard, but that was the case. This is Okuno. Generally being good going forward, Shonan Bellmare, with 162 attempts on goal ahead of this weekend, fourth most in the J-League, and 60 attempts on target, which ranks third. Only 42% possession so far in this game for Shonan Bellmare. Their seasonal average is just over 51%. It's the seventh highest in the division, but it's Consa dominating. Here they come again. Miyazawa gets to the byline, wins a corner, or does he? Yes, he does. So another opportunity here, again, from this left-hand side. Second corner we've seen. First caused one or two issues for the Shonan backline. He's the man that nearly got on the end of cross from the other flank. Okamura. So players just saying to the referee, watch for the shirt tugging and holding inside the area. 6 to aim at in black and red. Still the referee not happy now, he is, but looking intently inside the area. In swinger towards the near post, cleared to the edge of the area. Kamai, well, this one was closer, but not by much. Song. And while we'll punt it long. Kaneko. 5 goals so far this season. Has been brilliant from that right wing-back position, as has Daiki Suga on the left-hand side. He's also waiting with 3 assists. They could be in trouble here, though. Shonan win a corner. 7 goal involvements for your right wing-back. So first opportunity, really, in the fixture so far for Shonan Bellmare to get some players inside the penalty area. Short corner. Quite sure home or away players were ready. That's a better ball in. Cleared away once more. Good to see some players inside the penalty area. Nakimi Barada had an opportunity. It's only a second start of the season for Barada. He was a regular towards the end of last term. Title winner with Kashiwa Reysol previously. Consa will play it out from the back. Intercepted by Barada. Not quite kept in possession for Shonan, but that's going to be another free kick. Poor challenge. Okay to continue. Machino standing over this, he'll move away, and Daiki Sugioka gets set to take. Takanori Sogeno trying to move his defenders. Tachi moves towards the penalty area, a clutch of Shonan players just outside the box here. Towards the far post, and Sugeno comes and claims controls at the second attempt and looks to try and get the counter-attack moving here for Consadole Sapporo. Ogashiwa cleared away by Ishihara. flicked on by Kaneko. Popped him over on the left-hand side all of a sudden. Here he is again. Ogashiwa, and still Ogashiwa. Well, it's difficult, isn't it, when the ball's moving from left to right, and you've got to try and get the right boot around it. You've almost got to be off the ground and get your hip out of the way to get some power on that. It was always going wide. Miyazawa. That's good control and awareness, isn't it, from Fukamori. Ever present so far this season. The former Kawasaki Frontale player came through the youth ranks there, but has been a mainstay for Consadole Sapporo since 2015. And another player who did play in the second tier when they won the title in 2016, the J2 League crown. And since then, they've not really had consistent title challenges. They were fourth a couple of years after being promoted. But as a club, they have never won the top-tier title. 3 times second-tier championship winners. Also yet to win the Emperor's Cup, or indeed the League Cup. They were runners-up in 2019 of the secondary cup competition. Suga. Currently second in Group A, incidentally, in the League Cup standings behind Yokohama F. Marinos. They've won 2 of their 4 games, just the 1 defeat. Shonan Bellmare, incidentally, in Group B of their League Cup, they currently top the standings. They're unbeaten in 4. 2-on-2 for a split second, but it's cleared away. It's not going to stay in play. Well, 21 minutes in, we approach the midpoint of a first half that has gone Consadole Sapporo's way so far. They lead by a goal to 0. Komai's first of the season. Close range effort. The good work once again over on the right flank from Takuro Kaneko. Arano. Daiki Suga. She will keep it in play, but he can't quite turn it round the corner. Maybe he couldn't keep it in play. Good combination, though, once again. Daiki Suga getting forward on the left flank. We mentioned those 2 goals against FC Tokyo. All his career at Consadole Sapporo since making his debut in 2016, and 201 appearances for the club now. Made his Japanese debut a few years ago, but only the 1 cap to his name. Was in the Copa America squad when Japan were invited to play in that particular competition a few years ago. Still Consadole Sapporo, as you can see, 57% possession and 6 chances created, 5 shots to Shonan Bellmare's 2. And we talked about these statistics and the metrics that were in Shonan Bellmare's favour in their previous 2 games. Well, hasn't been the case here. Their expected goal tally for the season is 21. Their actual goals is 19. What is Satoshi Yamaguchi thinking at the moment? Tend to think that the body language on the sidelines is not great for his players. Ishihara. Tachi for Sugioka. Hata. Haven't seen the best of Shuto Machino just yet. Layoff from Akuno. Machino with the give and go, and he slipped and got back up on his feet smartly enough, but was halted. Defensive work from Shunta Tanaka. Hata. Miyazawa in the way. Consa on the move once again. This is Arano. Hata wins it back. Barada. Hata. Always on the stretch, and it slips through towards Takanori Sugeno. Again, it's just slowed down a little. Sugeno. Suga will take it down. Shonan Bellmare won't win it high up the pitch. Consa get a little lucky as it comes to Ogashiwa, but he holds it up well. Fukamori. Just it down first time. Layoff is good. Komai. Tanaka. Kaneko. Clipped inside the area again, but no one on this far post. Daiki Suga had moved in field inside the penalty area. He smiled as the ball goes astray. It's a clever touch. Hatta just couldn't take it in his stride. The Consa players claiming handball. The referee eventually agrees. There you go, Hatta. Quite sure if it actually touches the arm, but I think there was intent to use it. Former Japanese junior international, 21-year-old, promoted to the starting lineup. He missed the first few games of the season. Like a number of the younger players for Shonan Bellmare, yet to taste victory against Consadole Sapporo, such has been the dominance of Consa over Shonan Bellmare in recent fixtures between the two, unbeaten in 7, 4 wins and 3 draws. That's moved nicely towards Asano. Kaneko on the right-hand side again. There's so many players inside the box waiting for the delivery, and it's low towards the near post for the second time, but on this occasion we don't see Komai to that near post, and Song managed to collect. Four times a title winner in Korea. Also won the National Cup competition in Korea on a couple of occasions, did Song Bum-kun. Miyazawa. Drew 3 of the first 4 matches in all competitions, Consadole Sapporo this season, but now only 1 draw in their last 10. 3 wins in their last 5 as well, in both League and Cup. Emperor's Cup not due to start just yet, but still 2 more rounds of the group stages of the League Cup. First time cross is ambitious. Travelling supporters enjoying it, should be, if not the weather, the scoreline, and it's a bit of a journey. Not the easiest between these two. Always well supported wherever they go. Given the conditions, fair play to the Shonan supporters that have come out as well here. It's one of the smaller grounds in the J-League, and their average attendance of just under 11,000 ranks pretty low. But the fans doing their best. Tachi. It's on by Ewa. Sugioka forward. Infield for Ogashiwa. One back by Hatta. Threaded through. That's a clever touch as well from Abe. We've not seen enough of him, have we, so far in the opening half an hour or so. We're just looking to drop deep and get involved in play. Hata. Barada. Ishihara. Up against Suga. Tachi. Hata will take it on his chest. Can he get him behind here? I think he had a little more time. It wasn't easy necessarily, but he seemed to just be able to sneak beyond the wing-back, Kaneko. Here he is again, Hata. He's made some interesting runs so far. Willing runner on that left flank. Just a little bit more play inside the Consadole Sapporo half for Shonan Bellmare. Let's get to the picture, that one, unfortunately. Hirokazu Ishihara. Present so far this season from Japanese under-19 international. Oh dear, a shake of the head. Coach didn't like that one. 25th appearance for the home side. Ishihara today in the league. Tanaka. Kaneko around the corner from Arano. Nodded down towards Asano, but it's been one back here. Shonan Bellmare on the move all of a sudden. Machino wanted it. Well, claiming that there should have been a free kick, but nothing has been given, and Consadole Sapporo will come forward on the counter. Okashio will hold it up, but Suga won't get to that. Cleared away by Ishihara. Touch from Hiraoka. Sugioka. Hata again. Looking to take on Kaneko and wins a corner. Well, better from the home side over the last 3 or 4 minutes or so. Just beginning to find a bit of rhythm, certainly over on that left-hand side with Taiga Hata. Two players at the near post at the moment, intriguingly, for Shonan Bellmare. Hiroyuki Abe just moved away. Just wants a word with a couple of his teammates here. The home captain, before the ball is sent spinning into the area. Barada will take. Nodded away by Kaneko. With only 2 teams in the J-League so far this season have failed to score with a header, and Shonan Bellmare are one of them. Kashiwa Reysol the other. Curled in. Collected by Takanori Sugeno. Daiki Suga. Heavy touch, but he's got away with it. Now then, can Okashia keep this one in play? He got a bit of a shove, but he's done well. Stays on his feet. One back by Tachi. Back by Ishihara. Oiwa. Sugioka. Hata to the halfway line. Sugioka again. Machino. Misplaced pass again from both teams here in that middle third. A little scrappy all of a sudden. Hiraoka tried to control. He might have been better just letting it come across his body. Meanwhile, lets it bounce out, throw in. Just 2 home defeats so far this season for Shonan Bellmare across the competitions, but they've only managed to win 2 as well. Only once in the league against Gamba Osaka. They have scored in their last 4 in all competitions here. I'm sure that Mihailo Petrovic, the coach of Consadole Sapporo, will know that. Last season so strongly here, unbeaten in 4 and just 1 defeat in their last 8 as they wrapped up the season and moved up the table away from the relegation zone. They were bottom very early on last season, didn't win any of their first 8 league games. Ishihara. Men in green getting forward in a few more numbers. Momentum of the move just lost a little. Tachi. Ishihara. Nice idea, but the execution was a little off. Suga And eventually Fukamori to clear, but he's going to come straight back at Konsa. Barada. Tachi. Down the line by Abe. Well, Shonan Bellmare have had a little more of the ball in the last 7 or 8 minutes or so. Percentage split for possession is bang 50-50. And I think the evidence of our own eyes would suggest that Shonan Bellmare have been a little better. They've played more ambitiously on the front foot, and key to that, of course, in the Konsa half. But Konsa have got the goal and are quite content, I would have thought, to play on the counter from here on in. A side that like to pick off the opposition. 167 interceptions, ranks 3rd ahead of the weekend play for Consadole Sapporo. It's always a metric that would suggest you play on the counter. You look to try and soak up play. You don't have too much of the ball. Free kick for Konsa. Drawn the fewest fouls in the J-League this season. Fukamori goes long. Hata against Kaneko. A good battle that, because Kaneko got forward for the only goal of the match so far, but Hata has pushed back the wing-back since then. Awkward for Taichi, but he does well. Sugioka. Hata. Oh, he's giving that one away. Straight to Ogashiwa. What can Consadole Sapporo do with it? A curling effort from Kaneko is blocked, and then the ball goes out for a corner. Third corner of the fixture for Consadole Sapporo. It's the first over on that flank. Kito Fukamori across to take it. He's been on every single set piece so far. Kamura up from the back. Arano is there as well. Asano inside the 6-yard box. Left-footed in swinger. And it comes then from Akito Fukamori. Look how packed that 6-yard penalty box is. Well, it's over here. Fukamori is usually so good with his set pieces. There's too much on that one. Sugeno. Game has just lost a little rhythm in the last few minutes here. Really good start from Consadole Sapporo. Shonan Bellmare have been better, certainly, in the last 10-15 minutes, but not really creating that much. And they do something here. Shihara initially. Okuno. Hata. Machino wants it inside the penalty area. He's having his shirt tugged as well there by Okamura. Shonan Bellmare matching up. Consa's corner count. Can they make their third pay, as Consadole Sapporo didn't? Sugioka to take. Movement from the edge of the area. Well, Sugeno comes and claims it was Kazuki Oiwa's header up up into the air rather than towards goal, you would suggest. Kaneko, play continues. It's a good ball out towards Ogashiwa. And still Ogashiwa prods it back. Komai. And again, here is the goal scorer. How many players Shonan Bellmare have got back? Miyazawa. And from a promising position, they've worked it all the way back inside their own half, and I fancy it's going to go to the keeper here. Well, we've seen fast starts this season from Consadole Sapporo. If you only count first halves, they would be fourth in the table. We have seen them getting pegged back an awful lot. Kept in play, that's a good spot from Ogashiwa after initially good play from Asano. Looked like the ball was going to go out, but it didn't. He's free. Kazawa. Suga calling for it left-hand side. It's got back inside the area. And the shot hits the post. How unlucky. Well, the flag is up anyway. That was some effort. Sano turning and trying the spectacular. Have to take another look at this. Is he offside? Probably just, but it's so tight. But the technique here from Asano is wonderful. Song rooted to the spot. Juya Asano swivels and shoots, strikes the woodwork, would not have counted. Only goal against Shonan Bellmare in his Sanfrecce Hiroshima days, when he scored the winner for Sanfrecce back in August of 2020, 1-0 home success. Signed from Sanfrecce for this season. 6 goals so far this campaign, 4 in his last 4. Boot back on for Yoshiki Komai. Miyazawa. Cleared away by Ishihara. Chino will lay it off. Still might be able to make something of this, Shonan Bellmare. Ishihara, always second favourite to get to that, but he's been given away. That's poor play from Okamura. He's managed to redeem himself here. Miyazawa caught after the ball had gone, but play continues as Consadole Sapporo look to try and move it through the lines. Well, the referee's let it go. It looked all on a free kick as Komai was brought down. He's let 1 or 2 things go in the last couple of minutes. Tsukioka finds Ishihara, Tachai. Okono. Abe. Hata. Just a little heavy, but Iwa and Sugioka between them managed to keep the ball in Shonan possession, but not for long. Back come Konsa. Komai calling for it. And again, the referee lets the challenge go. Ogashiwa brought down. Okamura. Can it go down the line? Sano wants it back. Kaneko has it again. My edge of the penalty area, ignored for now. Got to look for another route in. This is Hiroki Miyazawa. Suga. Kamai. Miyazawa. Fukumori. There's Fukumori again. Just a throw. Well, final minute of the half. And it's a 45 minutes here that Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo will certainly head into the dressing rooms. A goal to the good. Fast start, scoring after just 6 minutes. Here is Arano. Here is the goal scorer, Komai. Although they haven't dominated as such, Shonan Bellmare haven't really created any clear-cut opportunities that I can remember. Got the ball in dangerous areas on the odd occasion, but hasn't been good enough. Considering that Consadole Sapporo struggling to keep clean sheets, just 2 this season, just 1 away from home. Would expect them to put Consa under a little more pressure. Well, the boys in red and black here have been too good. Barada towards Hata. Played away by Tanaka. Miyazawa. One back really well, and Shonan Bellmare on the move once more. Arano. Just a 1 minute of added on time. Seems about right. We've not really had any stoppages. Had a restart for the goal, of course, but no other incidents to report. And for Mihailo Petrovic, the team talk is going to be a little easier, you fancy. Suga. Might be even easier here as Komai just couldn't get there. Stretches for it. Nearly the second for him and his team. But better defending eventually, even though the Shonan defender was behind the play, behind the ball. Here is Kamai once more. It's a little loose. Might be a chance right at the end of this first half for Shonan Bellmare. Needs to take the shot on pretty quickly with time running out. Still a spin away from defenders from Hiraoki. Now it's with Hata. Machino calling for it, edge of the 6-yard box. Well, they don't pull the trigger here. Going to be a real chance lost. Abe. And again. Another check of the watch from the match day official. And that's got to be it, surely. That's the half. And it's just the 1 goal that separates the two sides. Yoshiaki Komai. And his goal, the difference between the two. Really well taken effort as well. Consadole Sapporo nearly had a second very late on, but that was the opportunity that just didn't quite fall for the goal scorer. Stretching to get to it, but they will have been called offside anyway. And Hata has had a good game for Shonan Bellmare, came to the rescue. So after 45 minutes here then, Consadole Sapporo looking to back up their 5-1 win over FC Tokyo last time out, and are in pole position to do that. And Shonan Bellmare, who are looking below them at the moment and might find themselves in the bottom 3 come the end of the weekend if they can't pick up a point here. It will depend on other results elsewhere, of course, but it's not looking good at the moment. Half-time, it is Shonan Bellmare 0, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 1. Welcome back. Second half will be starting very shortly. Shonan Bellmare 0, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 1. 45 minutes, which has seen the boys in red and black take advantage of some slack play early on to take the lead. And Mihailo Petrovic will be certainly the happier of the two coaches. We've seen Satoshi Yamaguchi, the Shonan coach, on the sidelines turn away and bury his face in his cap on a number of occasions as he surveys the scene and isn't happy with what's gone on with his side so far. Can Shonan Bellmare turn it around in this second period? Takuma Arano and Yuya Asano have been excellent for Consadole Sapporo. Their skipper Hiroki Miyazawa likewise. Haven't seen Takanori Sugeno have too much to do, the veteran keeper. But it's up to those in green to try and make the running here. And unfortunately, they've never really been able to put Consadole Sapporo under sustained pressure. And we know that Consa can be a little flaky at the back. Without a clean sheet in their last 11, just 2 all season in the league and only 1 away from home. Needs to be tested more vigorously in this second half. Fans are up for it. And those on the terraces will be hoping that the players in green will reciprocate and potentially put Consadole Sapporo under a little bit of pressure. Talented forward line with the likes of Shuto Machino, who scored 6 times so far this season. Ryuka Abe, haven't really seen the best of him so far. They need to find a bit of rhythm. Movement from Taiga Hata. On that left-hand side, he's been useful going forward. Potentially, from that left side that Shonan Bellmare might be able to get a little bit of change out of a Consadole Sapporo side that we know like to attack with wing-backs. Certainly Takura Kaneko on the right-hand side and MEIJI YASUDA on the left, always willing to get forward whenever they can. Always believe, I think, if you're an opposition coach, that they might be gettable at the back, down the flanks, but we'll see if that is the case. Final discussions amongst the players then before we get this second period underway, and the away fans are adding to the atmosphere here. Small stadium, but they can make a bit of noise. The home supporters will be hoping that their side can get them back on terms as soon as possible. Underway then for the second half. Shonan Bellmare against Consadole Sapporo as the J-League continues. 30th anniversary year, of course, the first ever J-League back in 1993, won by Verdi Kawasaki. Now, of course, Tokyo Verdy, who are in the second tier these days, but they're going well in J2. Just off the pace at the moment. Fell the ball towards Komai, just going to spin away from him. Neither of these two teams, of course, were in the first year back in 1993. Just the 10 teams then. Developed into a terrific league, well supported with significant football culture, and the amount of players that are coming out of the J-League now we're seeing in Germany in particular, but also in England as well. Scouts are plenty, always willing to take in the J-League games wherever, whenever they can. Kaneko down the line. Sano's on the move. Tap back by Oiwa. This is Song. And now Tachi. Heavy touch. Abe loses possession. They get away with it momentarily. One back here by Suga. Taken off his toes. Fukumori just dallies for a second. Shonan Bellmare. I just think that Machido's got to be aware that the ball might come towards him there. He was really slow to react. Hata. Forward by Sugioka. Clipped away by Tanaka. Touching the face. Does Shunta Tanaka. He's been busy. He's been fairly effective going forward, Taiga Hata. Just a flailing finger maybe catching the eye of Shunta Tanaka. Struggled with clean sheets last season as well. They conceded some 55 goals last season, Consa Sapporo. Only Jubilee Owata, who are the bottom club who went down, conceded more with 57. They spent most of their season in the bottom half of the table, but never in the bottom two. And to go down and the playoff place third bottom, of course. Really have a run in the cup competitions either. They were beaten by Ventforet Kofu in the Emperor's Cup, knocked out in the third round. Out the second round, 4-1 on aggregate to Sanfrecce Hiroshima in the League Cup after progressing through the group stages. Suga, Fukumori to curl in, it's towards Asano. Kaneko wants it right-hand side. Consa keep the play and keep the pressure on. Miyazawa for Kaneko. Miyazawa again, shuffles it sideways here for Arano. Komai will go again! Terrific save, Song. throws himself across to the right-hand side. Really good run and shot. Kamai got hold of that one all right. Goal bound, but for the intervention of the Korean international. Really good save. Played every single fixture, Song Bung-kun, as a club heading into the weekend. 46 saves for Shonan Bellmare. It's the second most in the J-League. They've been put under a lot of pressure. 63 shots against them this season before this weekend, and again that's the third most. They do offer up opportunities for opposition. Good pressure on Sageno. Meanwhile, at the other end, well, he's an experienced keeper, but we've seen him come outside of the penalty area on a number of occasions. Positioning might be called into question. Here's the shot again from Kamai, got hold of it. Good save. Strong right hand. Just the one cap for Korea. That was in the East Asian Cup, the 3-0 home win against Hong Kong back in July, but his form is enough with Cheongguk Motors to win him a place in the Korea World Cup squad. Aiwa. Hata. Taken down by Fukamori. Rather violent shoving the back there on Okamura. I'm surprised this isn't a caution. Still might be. Just a word. I think he's frustrated here, Machino. He's not had a sniff of goal. He's got 6 this season. He's been in really good form. She was going to be penalised here. Well, a win for Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo. See them rise to 5th in the standings. That's how quickly it can change. Dropped a spot after FC Tokyo's win yesterday. Success against Kawasaki Frontale. Of course, we also saw one midweek game where Saigon Toso defeated Urawa Reds. There's a breakaway. It's a clever ball in, and the chat between defender and keeper wasn't really there. No communication. Sugeno was going to go for it. It was fired behind for a corner, and it looked like the keeper was going to collect. It was a ball from Hiraoki that potentially should have gone for goal with rather than try and curl it inside the 6-yard box, but an opportunity from Shonan's 4th corner of the game potentially here. Home fans expect Barada to take responsibility towards that far post, punched away by Sugeno, and then the volley is well struck, claiming handball. Well, the referee has pointed to the corner flag for now. Machino is convinced it struck an arm. It will be checked, of course. Let's have another look at this. Struck it well. Ooh, now then. Okamura has got his arm out. Does it hit the right arm or the left? Difficult to see from one angle. We are going to check, obviously. Hajime Matsuo is on VAR duty. And Takafumi Mikuriya waits for a second. He's suggesting hit the head, then the arm, is he? Well, it's a tricky one for the officials to work out for me. Satoshi Yamaguchi's taking a look at it. That's hit the arm, that's hit the hand for me. That's a penalty. But who knows these days? Arm is out, it's the left hand, and then it's struck the face. Well, let's see. Because the matchday official is being called to take a look at this on the monitor, which always suggests that the decision is going to be overturned. Initially, no penalty, but Takafumi Mikoriya is being called across to have a look at this. How many angles do you want? We've got plenty for you. I think it's a penalty. It's a good hit. The fact that he's got his left arm out, left hand out, it may well cannon onto the head, but it doesn't matter. There you go. And if that's not handball, I'm not quite sure what it is. Arm out. In real time, it's really difficult to tell because it has struck his face. And then we start to delve down the clear and obvious alley, if that's still a thing. So still we check, still we wait. Well, Machino, who took the shot on, will take the penalty if it is a penalty. What's the decision? Well, I think it's the right call here. I know it's difficult for Okamura to take, but he's got his left arm out, it's hit the hand, it's ricocheted up and hit the face. And this always amazes me as well. What do the players think is going to happen? He's just looked at the monitor for about 2 minutes. He's not going to change it again. It's a yellow card also, I think, from the referee to Okamura. He's seen it, loads of angles. These players haven't. Most of them weren't even looking. Big chance then, big opportunity. And I suspect it will be Shuta Machino to take this one. He's taken the only Shonan Bellmare penalty so far this season and converted it, we should say. There's confirmation of Daiichi Okamura's yellow card for the handball offence. And Takanori Sugeno has the responsibility here to try and keep this one out. He's 0 from 1 so far this season in the J-League. Last season was 1 from 5. And one spot kick save over the last 3 seasons. So, Machino was 1 from 1 this year. Needs to strike it as well as he did for the handball incident, because it was a brilliant hit that was goal bound. What about from 12 yards? Machino finds the corner, confidently dispatched, and we're all square here. Well, it took an age for them to decide that Shonan Bellmare should have a penalty. It was the correct call. Daiichi Okamura handling. Sugeno guesses the right way, but he's got no chance of stopping this one. Into the corner, perfectly placed. Well, we restart at 1 apiece. Once again, Consadole Sapporo failing to keep a clean sheet. Not from their last 12 now. Game on once again. Daiki Suga. Consadole Sapporo looking for an instant response here, having been pegged back to 1-1. Well, Shonan Bellmare lifted by that leveller. Machino, the goal scorer, will play it forwards. Miyazawa slides in. No quarter Aston given all of a sudden, and look how many green shirts are forwards here. Big opportunity for 2-1. Taken! Well, they look to the assistant on the far side, but Hiroyuki Abe has put the ball in the back of the net, and we'll see if it will stand. He was in acres of space. A fine and confident finish for a player who nets for the first time this season in the J-League. Let's have another look at this. The move breaks down. Well, you know what? It's close, but Okamura is having a shocker of a 5 minutes because he's given the penalty away, and I think he's the defender that keeps Abe onside here. Cute finish. What a turnaround. Well, we're going to wait. It's going to be checked. It is tight. I've only seen one replay. Is Abe going to be denied here? Oh, Shonan Bellmare going to be denied. And again, we will have to wait. Hopefully we'll get one or two replays. I'm sure we will. Here we go. Keep your eye on the far side. Oh, my word, that is so close. But you tend to think the right boot, the right foot of Daichi Okamura is playing Hiroyuki Abe on. So from left hand to right foot, doesn't matter what part of the anatomy, Daichi Okamura is having a shocker. Doesn't look too concerned. Hasn't scored since last season, when netting against FC Tokyo back in October. Here we go again. It's the right foot, right boot of Okamura playing him on, but it can be deceptive in the camera angle we're looking at. Well, it won't be a straight line. Well, I think, once again, it's the right call. It was close. We don't get the lines on the pitch, but it looked to me as if Okamura was playing on Hiroyuki Abe, and that is the case. And suddenly, Consadole Sapporo find themselves 2-1 down. A turnaround. VAR decisions going Shonan Bellmare's way. Two goals in 2 minutes. Concern suddenly for Mihailo Petrovic, so much so that a double change is being offered here. Toyo Nakamura, one of the players to come on. And we're also going to see Superchok Sarachat. Fukumori is the first to come off, and Miyazawa also coming off. A bit more energy coming on here with Nakamura, who's just 22, and Superchok Sarachat, who's 24. Sarachat, who scored a couple of goals in the League Cup win over Sagan last month. Thai international. See what he can add. Nakamura is a defender, so not quite like for like. There'll be a bit of a reshuffle here, you fancy, for Consadole Sapporo. And as for Satoshi Yamaguchi to try and work out. animated on the sidelines now. Mihailo Petrovic, so much experience in Japanese football. This is 17th year, over 700 games in Japan. So well with Fletcher, Hiroshima and Urawa Reds. Someone's on the move. It's overhit, there's no one into particular, it's going to bounce through, and well, Consa have got to try and work out how they get back into this game. They haven't played badly, 2 decisions rightly have gone against them here, the penalty and the offside. Just switched off for the second goal, really. They lost a bit of focus and a bit of discipline at the back, and we have seen that on a number of occasions this season. It looked like they were finding more rhythm and more purpose over the last few games with a good run. Suggested that they might jump up to 5th in the table. Suddenly they are the side that are looking below them, and it's Shonan Bellmare we can start to think about where they might end up over the course of this weekend. They will still stay in the bottom half of the table whatever happens here and indeed across the league. Komai. Taneko. Good looking ball in, but it's nodded away by Sugioka. Forward initially by Komai again. Kaneko. Slips as he tries to turn, and there was a player in a good area as well. Kamai had made the move over on the right-hand side. Hata. Machino. Stopped by Okamura. This is where they got themselves in a little bit of trouble previously. There was a good press from Shonan Bellmare, but they played through it here. Daiki Suga for Consa. Loses possession. Machino to control, up against Okamura again. This time he gets the better of him and gets his heels clipped. Machino just 23, 7 goals so far this season, and one suspects that there might be a number of European teams starting to look at him. Komai. You can see Arano play further back, I think, now as well. Komai towards Kaneko. Intercepted by Okuno. Machino. Abe. Referee lets it go. Ishihara will come forward. Machino to turn. Hiraoka to hit one. Tanaka was in the way. Really have seen an upswing in performance and confidence all of a sudden from Shonan Bellmare. Controlled by Asano. He can always make something happen for Consa. Ogashiwa. And still Ogashiwa. Oh, you tend to think that that wasn't the best decision because Daiki Suga was just to his left. He wriggled through and got half a yard maybe, but I don't think the shot was ever on. When it clicks, that combination play between Ogashiwa and Asano is excellent and a real joy to watch, but not quite there so far today. And, well, 21 minutes to turn this one around for Consadole Sapporo. Obviously, there will be good few minutes of added on time. We've had two significant VAR interruptions, one in particular. Here is Kaneko. So we might have 25 minutes plus here. Free kick. Okamura. Tanaka. Shiwa will get there! Wonderfully taken! Tsuyoshi Ogashiwa throws himself at that and finds the corner. And it's the turn of the Consa supporters to celebrate. Well, we criticised him just a few moments earlier when he took the shot on when potentially he should not have. But here, you cannot fault the ambition and the drive in the industry to get in that position. And this is a terrific header. Watches it all the way, gets a bit of power on it, and manages to beat Song at his near post. And we're all square at 2-2. Brilliantly taken, his fourth of the season. We've got a game on our hands now in this second half. Bit of a slow burner over the course of the afternoon here, but 3 goals since the restart, maybe more to come. Well, those two are having their own private battle at the moment, aren't they? Daichi Okamura will not reflect on this game with any fondness if it stays 2-2. And even if they win, he probably wouldn't. But Machino, who's been forceful. Changes you can see here with Lucas Fernandez, who's going to play over on that left-hand side, replacing Daiki Suga. It's a positive move in many ways, but I don't think the system is going to change. There is Lucas Fernandez, a Brazilian. December 2019, moved from Fluminense and has had injury issues this season. It's only a fourth appearance for him. He's only started one game, regular starter last season. That is Daiki Suga. Alterations made for Consadole Sapporo. Just wonder where or when Shonan Bellmare are also going to make alterations here. Kaneko goes down. Tanaka, Okamura, Sugeno. Just a little heavy for Nakamura. Lucas Fernandez. Kamae. His goal seems a long time ago now. Here is Lucas Fernandez again. Nakamura. Kaneko does get there, does get the cross in and the volleyed effort. Well, Super Choksara chat, first time we've seen him in that sort of position. He knows it was a chance, it was a difficult opportunity. Needed to put the laces through that. Scored a lot of goals for Buriram United in Thailand, 35 in his spell there, a full-time title winner. Ogashiwa. Kamae. Asano wants it, so does Kaneko. Consa look dangerous every single time they come forward now. 2-2 as Kaneko looks to dance in between two Shonan Bellmare defenders. Hatta stands firm. Cleared to the halfway line. Hiratsuka battles but loses out. Sugeno. Nakamura. Asano. Lucas Fernandez, well, not going to get to that. Really good idea. Radar was off. I think if there is going to be one, it may well be Consadole Sapporo. 3 home games on the spin after this, incidentally, for Consa. 2 in the league, 1 in the cup. Here they come again. Asano drops a shoulder. Still going. Great hit, fine goal. Wonderfully taken. Yuya Asano with a terrific strike. A sweeping move in front of the visiting supporters. Well, you have to credit Consadole Sapporo here. They were stunned when they went 2-1 down, conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes. But what a fight back, and 2 brilliant goals to get them back in front. First the header, and then this. Asano took it inside the penalty area, dropped a shoulder, made a bit of space. The angle was getting ever tighter. The route to goal was being closed down, but that is real precision off the inside of the post and in. Well, he struck the post early in this game in an acrobatic effort that would not have counted because the flag was up for offside. Here, he sees the ball nicking off the post and into the back of the net. However, we are checking for a possible offside here. Well, I didn't see it first in live play. It didn't look obvious to me. No doubt we will see it again. And you wonder if it is actually aimed at the goal scorer, or maybe something in the build-up. Well, they've checked it, and the referee hasn't had to take another look at this, so it will stand. Oh, now Abe, he's not happy that this has gone against him, but that was pretty forceful. And there is a bit of concern here as well. Kamura is down at the moment. Not moving the plate. It's a yellow card for this offence. And I guess he's got his eye on the ball, but he jumps into the player. Stretcher required at the moment. They're taking no chances here. And I think it was the initial blow as well. And potentially the way that he crashed to the turf. Maybe just a little bit of blood. Can't quite see. Let's hope he's okay. Nakamura caught by an elbow, wasn't it, in fact? That was the impact, and straight away covering the left eye. I don't know if there's blood coming from the nose or maybe just a cut above the eye or on the cheekbone. It's a yellow card. Real concern. Rightly so. And you can see the supporters are showing their concern as well for one of their players, but some applause here. Hopefully Nakamura's going to be okay. Whether he can continue or not, I don't know. It depends how bad the facial injury was. Wasn't knocked out. Back up on his feet. Apologies there from Shihara, who was booked for his part in the incident. Bridge of the nose. Got a whack. There's a tail of the tape. Shonan Bellmare 2, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 3. a game that has swung one way, then the other. Consa taking the lead for Shonan Bellmare through a penalty. And a second, just 60 seconds or so later, going in front, but Consa have come back in striking fashion. And Ogashiwa and Asano, two players who are two of the best in terms of attacking play in the J-League, have turned it back in Consa's favour. Further alterations here. This time we're seeing changes for Shonan Bellmare. Akito Suzuki is about to come on, a striker. Not yet. Flicked forward by Ogashiwa towards Lucas Fernandez. Ryota Nagaki is the other player who's stripped and ready to come. They might need reinforcements because Sapporo are taking aim with everything at the moment. That's a good collect from Song from the hit from Tanaka. Just bounced in front of him, or was about to. Really good take. Goals aplenty over the course of the first ever weekend of the J-League back in 1993. We had a 3-2, a 5-0. 30 years on as the anniversary is celebrated. This has been a really good game, and certainly the second half we've seen plenty of goals and pretty much true to form here. Consa Sapporo, who can't keep clean sheets but will score at will. They are the top goal scorers in the league now. Confirmation that Ishihara did get that card for the incident that saw Nakamura get whacked in the face. Here come the changes for Shonan Bellmare. Hatta, I thought, had a decent game coming off, the 21-year-old defender. And you can see that Akito Suzuki is on, and as we mentioned, Ryota Nagaki also coming on. Parada is the player to be replaced. Consa's run we were about to talk about before that fifth goal of the game. 3 at home, Kyoto Saga and Nagoya Grampus in the league, and Yokohama F. Marinos in the League Cup in their 5th round of group matches. So some tough games coming up, certainly. Nagoya Grampus going well at the moment, just off the pace, 3 points behind the league leaders. As for Shonan Bellmare, well, this is the second of 3 home games on the spin. Been beaten by Kashiwa Reysol. Looks like they might go down here. They've got a chance to atone for their poor form when they take on Cerezo Osaka. This is going to be 7 without a win if they can't turn it around in the final 8 minutes. Say 8 minutes. Might go like 16. Plenty of added on time at the end of this game, for sure. Nagaki can't control. Ogashiwa does well. Fernandez. Nakamura fully recovered after that blow to the nose. Sugeno. A couple of bounces through to his opposite number, Song Bun-kun. Go up here, flag doesn't follow, that must have been tight. Better from Shonan Bellmare. So Sugeno collects, it needed to be towards the far to be played towards the far side. Haruyuki Abu is making a good run. Scored 2 goals in the final 15 minutes of matches so far this season. Shonan Bellmare, they've conceded 5, which is not quite a league high. Consa themselves have conceded 5, but they scored 6, which is only one worse than Avispa Fukuoka and Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Those possession stats in Consa's favour. Most of the metrics would suggest that Consadole Sapporo deserve to be in front here. 3-2 they lead with 5 minutes plus added on time remaining. Game of changing fortunes. Superchok. Fernandez. Lucas Fernandez again. Free kick. Opportunity to maybe grab a 4th here. We've seen some really good games between these two. Mentioned the game here last season, which Consa won 5-1. There has been a 3-2 previously as well, but it was in Shonan's favour almost 15 years ago, back in 2009, a 3-2 win. This time they're on the wrong ends of the scoreline as Consa lead. Courtesy of the odd goal in 5, 3-2. They have the advantage. Lucas Fernandez looking to size this one up and curl inside the box to maybe grab a 4th, and that might rubber stamp the win. Do they need another? Curled in low. Another opportunity. The best of balls from the Brazilian. Manages to win it back. This is Superchok, who's going to go himself. Oh, what a hit! Terrific strike. His first J-League goal. Superchok Sarachat, the Thai international, with a curling effort into the corner that Song Bung-kun could not keep out. And surely that is the game as we tick into the 87th minute. Fernandez kept it alive, but Superchok Sarachat, well, this is all his own work. Dipping effort that curled and bent inside the top corner. That is unstoppable. There's always the question mark when you come from the Thai League and you step it up to J-League football. Can you make the same sort of contribution? A regular goal scorer for his club in Thailand, Buriram United, who he came through the youth ranks of, and a Thai international. Consa took a chance on him, and having netted a couple of goals in the League Cup this season, he's opened his J-League account here, unless this one gets ruled out for offside. Now, again, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be Superchok Sarachat himself, maybe in the build-up. Checked, and it stands, and Consa lead by 4 goals to 2. We await the restart because of changes here. Yamato Wakatsuki is coming on. We're also going to see Tucic here, Milan Tucic for Consa. Confirm those alterations for you in just a second. Tucic, who's a former Slovenian under-21 international. Defensive duty here from Tanaka. Sapporo scored 5 last week, 4 this week. Top goal scorers in the league. So the 2 changes, incidentally, for Shonan, with Yamashita also coming on. Kazuki and Yamashita for Abe and Hiraoka. Abe scored, survived the VAR shout. Thought that Shonan Bellmare were going to grab a victory, but as it turns out, Consa have come straight back at them. Asano and Ogashiwa, who've been brilliant at coming off, or have come off. Baba and Tucic on. We saw Tucic come on. And Seiya Baba has been used as a substitute more often than not. Aside from Tokyo Verde, ahead of the start of this season. His former club, first ever champions of the J-League back in '93. And enters the fray here for his new employers. Just needs to steer Consa home. And if anything, you'd fancy Consa Sapporo to score again, because there's been no reaction really. Certainly not from the fourth goal, and not really from the third goal that the visitors have scored here. Shonan Bellmare look set for a long old season, don't they? They've got some good players in many positions, but they're inconsistent. Chino doesn't get the right support. He's a terrific goal scorer. He's got 7 now. Well, we guessed at 8 minutes of added on time. We were right. There have been some significant stoppages in this second half. We've had varying degrees of VAR situations. The one that took the longest, of course, was the penalty shout. Kaneko's gone down. 1 or 2 stray elbows in this game. There's another. Kazuki Oiwa, this time, unfortunately finding the face of Takuro Kaneko. Not been the skipper's day. Scored now for Consadole Sapporo. But if they are to challenge for the title, they might get another here. Tanaka. Kaneko. If they are to challenge for the title, they're going to have to get better at the back. They've conceded 24 goals now, which is more than all bar the bottom 2, Gamba Osaka and Yokohama FC. He knows they've got to tighten up at the back. Kaneko. For the neutral, it's great. We'll watch Consa Sapporo every single week. And there's the industry as well. Look at that, the determination. 4-2 up, 2 minutes into 8 minutes of injury time, and still the players willing to get the blocks in right down at the other byline. Just what the coaches will want to see. Kamura with the powerful header back. It is Song. Away support you can hear. Shonan fans have been good, but they've been outsung. Those that have travelled from Sapporo will be enjoying the journey back. 4 goals their side has scored. And 5th place will be theirs. If potentially for a few hours. See what happens with the rest of the Saturday games, and of course the Sunday fixtures still to come. But moving in the right direction. Consa up to 19 points here. Worth pointing out that Shonan Bellmare have played a game fewer than an awful lot of the teams, including all of those below them, but it's effectively their game in hand. The rest by the weekend out will have played a game more, so I don't think they're the worst team in the division. They are a side that will have to play a little bit better if they are to keep their top flight status. It's been another game where they've had chances and obviously been in front. I don't think the tail of the tape and the stats will be particularly kind to them, as they were in defeats against Vissel Kobe and Kashiware Seoul recently. you score 2 at home, you always like to think you should get something from the game. It's not going to be the case here. 4 minutes of added on time still remaining. And Shonan Bellmare to come forward. Well, can they make the final few minutes interesting here? That's a clever ball. And the shot is always wide, unfortunately, from Machino. On his left side, pulled it a little. Space to control. Corner to aim for. Sugeno doesn't need to make the dive. Nodded forward by Wakatsuki. Sugioka towards Wakatsuki again, thumped away by Tanaka. Oiwa. Forward for Chino again. Wakatsuki. Sugioka, and Sugeno comes to claim. Okamura will rest a little easier after his performance today, giving the penalty away, and then the man that was playing, Hiroyuki Abe, onside. 2 goals conceded in the space of 2 minutes, and suddenly Consadole Sapporo were on the back foot. But apart from those 2 aberrations, his performance at the back has been fairly solid. Here's Baba on the back immediately. Okono. Owa. Forward by Sugioka again. It's going to slip all the way through. So 90 seconds of the added on 8 minutes remaining then here, in Consadole Sapporo on the verge of claiming a win that will see them jump to 5th momentarily, or potentially permanently. It depends what happens over the course of this weekend. To this weekend at least. Plenty of games still to come over this 13th weekend of J-League football, and one that sees the league celebrate 30 years. The anniversary was a May start back in 1993. Plenty of goals on the opening weekend. Title won by Kawasaki eventually. Winning it this year as their 2nd-tier side. At the start of something really special in football terms in this part of the world. A league that's grown and grown over the course of the 30 years, and now is a really high standard. And those 2 players have had brilliant games, Okashiwa and Asano. Might get worse here for Shonan Bellmare. Long for Yamashita. And it's Kaneko. Involved in that first goal very early on. 6 minutes on the clock when he found Komai to get the ball rolling for Consa Sapporo. Although it's not been straightforward for them, this is going to be a 5th league win of the campaign. That is full time. Well, a game of twists and turns of changing fortunes, but Mihailo Petrovic's side coming good in the end. Their 2 main men, Ogashiwa and Asano, with crucial goals, and it's the visiting supporters that can celebrate. Shonan Bellmare were in front after Komai put Consa ahead early, but Machino and Abe's goal, well, consolations only, and Super Chok's first J-League strike late on really lit up the final stages. Nothing that Kazuki Oiwa could do. His team beaten once again. They've conceded 4 here. Consa have been brilliant to watch recently. And they will go rising up the standings for Shonan Bellmare. Well, they were already looking below them, and they've got real concern now. Full-time, Shonan Bellmare 2, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 4. Disappointment etched on the faces of the Shonan Bellmare players here. They turned it around. They were 2-1 in front. It was a lead that did not last long. But at home, you expect them to shut up shop and defend a little better. They've not been watertight at the back all season long. They are a side that have yet to keep a clean sheet in the J-League, and we've seen their defensive frailties on show here. They've conceded 4, and it's the visiting squad that are all smiles at the moment. Kamai with a crucial goal early on. And Superchok, well, he cannot stop smiling at the moment. What a strike from him. He's found it a little tough to get used to the J-League, coming from Thai football, being used as a substitute in the top division. And as the squad go across to celebrate with their supporters, maybe we will see him introduced a little earlier from here on in, because a goal will do plenty for the confidence of that young man. The confidence taking a real hit here, and you can see that they're not happy. Well, rightly so. But look, the squad is fractious after defeats, and it's something that maybe should be kept to the dressing room, because the split will not be want to be seen by the coaching staff or indeed the supporters. It's not gone right for Shonan Bellmare this season. They are very much in the relegation dogfight, even at this early stage of the campaign. It's going to be a long old season for them. For Consadole Sapporo, well, going well in the League Cup as well as the J-League. Could they start a significant title challenge? Still feel that defensively they've got to be better. They've conceded 2 goals here, and only the bottom 2 have conceded more, remarkably. But as long as they keep on scoring at the other end, they're going to be exciting to watch, and they're going to give the very best teams something to think about, especially with the likes of Asano and Ogashiwa up front. They've got a deeper squad than most as well. They play attacking football. The wing-backs, Kaneko there you can see, and Suga, who went off, always like to get forward. They will always create. And it is the case that they will aim to just score more than the opposition. And it always makes for an entertaining game. We saw that last week with their win over FC Tokyo. They didn't manage the 5 this time around, but the 4 will do very nicely for Mihailo Petrovic's side, and the squad and the fans will head back to Sapporo, having enjoyed this. Let's get some post-match reaction.
ยินดีด้วยกับประตูแรก
ขอบคุณมากครับありがとうございます
ありがとうございました
今どんなお気持ちでいらっしゃいますか
ตอนนี้เราฟีลลิ่งแบบไหนมั่งหลังจากยิงประตูได้
ก็ดีใจครับดีใจที่ยิงประตูแรกให้กับซัปโปโรได้สักทีเป็นประตูในลีกด้วยครับก็ดีใจมากๆครับ
やっぱりリーグ戦で初ゴールなので結構気持ち的に嬉しいと思ってます。
ここまで昨シーズン来日されてからここまでの初ゴール